What is up, everybody? Welcome to the H.A.B. podcast where
a couple guys
living life, being hater-ass bitches.
Bitches. That is us.
That is us.
Welcome back to episode 2.
What's your name?
My name is Mike.
I'm Tyler.
And we are
hater-ass bitches.
We are some hater-ass bitches.
Look, man, I gave you the freaking blueprint for our introduction, and you messed it up.
You did it
right
differently
away.
than what you just told me to do, but it's fine.
Oh my god!
No, we're going with it's staying in. This is
good. I hope it does stay in
because this
you
man
can show everybody how much you suck, dude.
This man said he was going to say everything.
No,
and then he was going to point at me, kind of how we did last week. But then this dude didn't say anything. And then pointed at me after 18 seconds of not saying something, and then now is yelling at me because I didn't say something. Right, look at the face.
No,
look at his face.
I'm just not going to argue with you because I know I'm right. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get started, man.
God, you are a real hater-ass bitch.
Yeah, I'm for sure a hater-ass bitch.
But the thing is though. We're going to take a second today just to say thank you.
Right. Thank you. That's enough.
Because, I mean, as of right now, like, our first podcast is sitting at...
What, a combined couple hundred?
A combined just over 200 people. Like, our YouTube, I think, is at, like, 120 views. Spotify is not showing me the exact number. But I know of at least a good...
Sorry, guys, I'm fucking tired.
Language. But
right, we're working on that this week. We're working on cutting down the language.
We'll get better as time goes.
Right.
We actually have official microphones this week.
Right, yep.
Clipped right here.
Right.
Our little chesty chests.
Can you hear me now? Good.
Wow, that came across probably super loud, so thank you for thank you for blowing everybody's eardrums up.
Well, I just made a bunch of doctors a bunch of money, so...
Yeah, that's the way to look at it.
Such a fucking hater, dude.
Okay. Well, to start out.
Can I say my piece now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. So everybody, I'm just gonna piggyback off what Mike said. Thank you so much for guys just listening. The people who have let us know that you've enjoyed it, that you've watched the video, that you've enjoyed what we're talking about. We're having fun. So we're gonna keep this thing rolling. We're going to keep doing this thing because we are having fun with that, and that's what matters the most, is that we're two friends who are just having fun. But also we want to bring some entertainment to people and make the world a little bit a better place, make with people's laughter, and just bring some joy in people's lives, I think. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I've been thinking about that all day. I wanted to say that.
No, for sure. Like it's something like, because we went to the gym before this.
Oh, yep.
Over at Fifth Stop, Mishawaka, and honestly, I was just thinking about like how grateful I am that like Tyler said, many of you guys have reached out and said like how enjoyable the episode was, and you know, obviously some people have had some like things like, hey, you know, I think this will make it better, that make it better,
right?
But obviously we'll figure it out as time goes on, and
we'll get better.
Yeah, and like I said,
practice makes perfect, right?
Yeah, just like you learning how to freaking talk, I guess.
Well, we went to Gym Time, dude, so
I went to IU.
Probably should
SB.
Right. So
so we can go ahead and get started. Enough of the sappy stuff.
Well, hold on. I just want to get a couple shout outs. Just want to say it's my wife's birthday this week. It was Thursday. My nephew's birthday was the 20th, so yesterday, as of like 5 minutes ago, now it's Saturday, so it counts. And then, guy we both know, Ryan Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Johnson family. Again, congratulations on your second confirmed adoption.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
Happy for you guys. Just want to give you guys a shout out. I know he listened last week, so I'm hoping he'll listen this week. And if not, I will say something about him listening. So, okay. Good to go. First order of business, by the way, returning back to the Jim Harbaugh thing, as it was announced on Monday that he's come back to Michigan. You guys can go back and play it. he said that
Harbaugh's going to the NFL.
he's not. So, like I said, I was right. Thank you.
Just saying, remember that one time the Indianapolis Colts hired a head coach, had a press conference, he left in the middle of it and was no longer the head coach?
That never happened. He didn't have a press conference.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Pull that up right now.
Jim Irsay's drunk ass said, yeah, brother, we're going to hire Josh McDaniels. And what happened? He agreed to a head coach position?
Right, but he never had a press conference.
Okay, whatever. He still didn't show up.
Right, and look how well Josh McDaniels has done.
Dude signed a
He didn't sign a deal, though. He just agreed in principle.
Dude signed with verbal consent. And he said,
there's no such thing. You're such a hater, dude.
Screw Andrew Luck and his dumbass ankles. And didn't come back.
Well, we dodged a bullet on that one because he sucks. So,
well, went to the playoffs with the Broncos. With Tim Tebow.
Did he, though?
Yeah.
I don't think he was a coach that
No,
year.
damn near God was the coach. God was the coach of the Denver Broncos. In
right. That's why they went to the playoffs.
Right.
And I don't think Josh McDaniels was a coach that year.
It was.
I'm going to look it up. Go ahead.
Look it up. I could be wrong. I really could be wrong, but I know he was
I'm going to look that up real quick.
I think he was the head coach majority of the time Tim Tebow was there because that's when he got fired, and then that's when Peyton Manning came in.
Denver Broncos.
See, and this is exactly how most of our
head coach John Fox. Thank you. Well, like I said,
John Fox was not there yet.
Except, why would it lie? It's literally a Pro Football Reference coach John Fox, 8-8. They went 8-8 and beat the Steelers in the playoffs on that long 80-yard touchdown pass.
No, John Fox. Bro, will you stop? I'm here yawning and stuff, trying to record a podcast for our loyal fans.
Okay, I'll stop yawning if you stop being wrong when it comes to football.
Not being wrong, but it's fine. Speaking of football,
you just said. Anyway, yep.
Speaking of football,
actually, you want to try this first?
Yeah, we can get into that. I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, yep. So this is the new flavor, Prime. We are not sponsored, but hey, Jake Paul, KSI, if you want to sponsor us,
hey,
we love Prime.
Big fans of Prime.
It's not groundbreaking when it comes to like the hydration stuff, but it is really good tasting. So it's fire. This is the new flavor.
Yeah, we both used to be big Gatorade guys.
Right, and Powerade. Powerade Zero, Gatorade Zero. I
got into Body Armor quite a bit for a while. But
Body Armor sucks.
But Prime is definitely like I haven't bought a Gatorade or a Body Armor, I don't think since I've tried a Prime.
All right, cheers.
Which I think we've tried every flavor now, haven't we?
Yep, this will be the newest one. The last one until they call a new one. So
let's try it out.
Strawberry watermelon. Wow. That's fire, dude.
Well, I fell in love.
I'm not gonna lie, dude.
I fell in love.
Wow. Like the watermelon is almost overpowering until you
like the strawberry hits
aftertaste is the strawberry.
Yeah, it's like very much like 1-in-1. It's not like you're at the mall.
Yeah,
and you get like a strawberry banana smoothie or something.
Right.
It literally is like strawberry and watermelon. Like bam bam.
Fire.
Wow, so, that was a great review by us.
Yeah, it was. Unbiased.
Unbiased for sure, but
hey, not sponsored.
Without a doubt.
Yet?
Without a doubt. Hey, man. Obviously, we've got a great respect for the WWE. And Logan Paul, honestly, like, as big as fans as we are of, like, Pat McAfee and how good, like, he has been in his few matches in the WWE, dude, Logan Paul has been impressive. He's had, I think, 4 matches now.
I've never watched them, so I would not have no opinion on that.
I've shown you highlights, MFer. But
okay, but that's not the actual match. Like, highlights highlight the good stuff, clearly.
Right, but, like,
so
dude's had 4 matches, and they've all been phenomenal.
Based an opinion on, anyway.
Okay, but I'm the one telling you here.
Speaking of highlights,
you're
not being a hater-ass bitch right now.
Football. Yeah, honestly, it was a pretty good weekend of football, to be honest.
Right. We got 2 picks wrong.
Did get 2 picks wrong.
We picked the Chargers, and that looked good for about a half.
Literally.
27-0, and then you blow it. I actually went to sleep.
Did you?
I did. I went to bed, dude.
Yeah, I was with my cousin who's a diehard Chargers fan, and I thought, I've never seen somebody's mood change so quick.
Yeah. Which, speaking of which, though, I saw somebody post this online last week. It said, when you look back at the 2022 season and somebody says, man, do you remember that crazy comeback? They'll be talking about Chargers-Jaguars and not Colts-Vikings. So,
I'd say it's definitely a good, definitely good for you guys.
right. But we were tanking, so it makes sense for us. The Chargers were, in fact, trying to win a playoff game.
Right.
And they lost.
You're not wrong.
One guy had 3 interceptions, and you lost.
But here, I think it's because of a good argument, though, of because we were talking about pro wrestling a minute ago. Truly, I just want to make it clear, I do not think the NFL is scripted. But, the people who do believe it and make that argument of, is the NFL scripted? That's the game that should be, your prime example.
Speaking of which, Pat McAfee had a really good segment on that a couple days ago.
About it being scripted?
Right. And he made some...
I haven't gotten to watch, any of the show this week.
He made some fire points, dude.
Well, I mean, let's just talk to the simple fact of, and I'm not trying to toot my horn here as, a mental health professional, somebody with a master's degree in social work, therapist. But, you don't throw 4 interceptions, 3 of them to the same guy.
Right.
And honestly, all of the interceptions were they were great plays by Asante Samuel Jr., which is still wild that his son is in the league now.
Right.
Most of his plays were pretty good, but some of the it was definitely equal part awful throws by Trevor Lawrence and good plays by him.
Right. Well, the thing that Pat McAfee said was just think of the amount of people and amount of money you would have to have in the loop, and then for everything to go a certain way, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But he did say it may not be rigged per se, but if a team is winning or a team's up big, they're the referees are probably less inclined to call penalties to help out the team that's losing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So. But yeah, let's not
going back to my point, because you kind of interrupted me here, hater ass bitch. But you don't throw 4 interceptions and not be just mentally rattled.
Yeah, good coaching.
Huh?
Good coaching.
Yeah, I mean, that obviously matters. I mean, and that's, if you listen to the first episode of the podcast, we talked about Doug Peterson, and how he is a good coach, and he literally made Carson Wentz an MVP quarterback.
Right.
But still, it doesn't matter how good of a coach is. It's still up to the player to change the mentality himself.
Well, what I'm saying is it's the coach is going to be the one that's going to be okay, guys.
Right, he's the one who's going to help lead them.
The sign of being well-coached team is no matter what, if you're down that big, 27-0, the team could have just easily folded in for the day and you know what, this is not our game, this is not our day. But they didn't.
Right.
Right.
But the point I'm making is even if you try, as a quarterback, as somebody, Trevor Lawrence, you can try, but that stuff is still going to be in the back of your mind so heavy.
Right.
I'll be honest, I am a known Trevor Lawrence hater.
Favorite player ever.
That's your favorite player ever?
No, it's your favorite player ever.
I'm a big fan of Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, you have a jersey. You have a jersey in your room right now that says Sunshine, and it's number 16. You got one of those personalized Jaguar jerseys.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
That really sounds like something I bought. You're right. That's for sure something I bought.
Such a hater ass bitch.
I am, especially to Trevor Lawrence, because I still don't see it. He is good. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a good quarterback in the NFL. I think he's going to have a decent career. But first overall draft pick, hell no.
Stop. Anyway, let's move on. We already think about one game, bro.
Let's move on to.
Let's just say, hold on. Let me run down. Let's just run down the picks that we made.
Right.
right? So we picked the 49ers, right?
49ers.
But I was wrong. That turned into a blowout. I thought it was going to be close.
Which you kind of talked me into agreeing that it was probably going to be close. You did
Right.
talk me into that because I said it was going to be big.
But Seattle's a close game, like a good coach team. 49ers are just Pete Carroll's a good coach.
Pete Carroll is a good coach, but like, are they a good coach team?
Yes.
Russell Wilson made a lot of stuff about they weren't. And look how they turned out.
Well, look how Russell Wilson turned out, and look, yeah, exactly.
So,
said it
first.
Anyway, quick picks. Like, 49ers got right. The Bills was actually, I thought that was going to be the blowout game.
Yeah, we said that was like a without a doubter. And that game was like
Miami.
The game was real close for a minute.
Came out hot. But yeah, and then we picked. We picked the Cowboys to lose, and they won.
Yeah, but we did kind of talk about that. We thought it was going to be kind of close, though.
We did pick the Bengals, correct?
Yeah.
Who are the other games?
Then we picked.
The Giants over the Vikings, dude.
Yeah, that was our
great.
That was our lock.
Tell me why you throw a 3-yard out on a 4th and 8.
Well, I mean, it was T.J. Hawkinson,
and it's your boy Kirk Cousins.
But it was him on a 1-on-1, and he got.
But you ran a 3-yard.
It was also
3-yard out.
I'm not defending him. I'm just saying.
All right. Well, that's another sign of that's another well-coached team, by the way, dude. Brian Daboll, probably coach of the year this year.
Oh,
he made Daniel Jones into a legit quarterback, Vanilla Vic.
But here's the thing too that I didn't realize. Dude only threw 15 touchdowns this year.
That's crazy. Then they won like 10 games, didn't they?
Yeah. He only threw 15 touchdowns. I mean, Daniel Jones can run the ball too. But at the same time, it's like Justin Fields threw 17.
Yeah, but one of them's in the second round of the playoffs right now, and the other one's not. And the other one's
not what I'm saying.
And the other one's a running back playing quarterback.
That's not what I'm saying. You ever think I'm trying to say that the Bears would be in the playoffs? No, I'm saying that it's just wild to think that like he only threw that much, and everybody's been like, "Damn, look at Daniel Jones this year." But the important thing here is that he only had like 5 interceptions on the season.
Yeah.
Last year he threw like 17, 18 picks.
Yeah.
It was something wild and a lot of fumbles.
It's good coaching.
But
anyway, let's move on and make our picks.
This week, let's go with the first game on
tomorrow at 4:30. It's going to be the Jags and Chiefs
and Kansas City.
Yep.
So we got
you went first last week, so let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and go first.
That's why I asked you. What do you got?
Right. So this one's tough. Like everything says Kansas City. Like just because of how good Mahomes is, and like how good Andy Reid is as a coach, and like they traded Tyreek Hill and they still haven't missed a beat, and it's at the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So I am gonna say Chiefs win. I'm picking a close game, but I wouldn't be shocked if Jacksonville does pull the upset because they are one of those teams that remind me of like the 2007 Giants.
Yeah.
Or even the 2011 Giants where they got hot right at the right time.
Yeah.
Right into the playoffs. Boom.
They're both wildcard teams.
Right. So, Jacksonville's a division winner, but
I'm talking about the 07 Giants and the 11.
Oh, right, all right. So, yeah, I picked the Chiefs. I think it's going to come down to a field goal, man, like a game-winning field goal. I think Jacksonville's going to play them tough. I just don't think they're ready to make the next step yet.
So here's my thing. Is as much as I just hated on Trevor Lawrence, I think I'm going to go opposite of you on this one just for the sake of it.
But you're not, though, because I kind of just said I wouldn't be surprised if Jacksonville.
No, I'm going the opposite because your pick is Kansas City.
Right.
So let's go the opposite.
Okay.
Hater ass bitch. But so I'm going Jacksonville for sure because one, I hate Patrick Mahomes. Same thing like I said Caleb Williams last year. Oh my God, Patrick Mahomes, he threw a ball 2 yards downfield left-handed. But Doug Peterson, great coach. The coaching of the team's been phenomenal. But the reason I'm going with them is their defense and the way the pass rush has looked. Or pass rush is
Pass
Rush.
rush. Yeah, learn how to
has
talk.
been really great.
Learn how to talk, bitch.
Okay, first off, I hate you.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You
But
don't.
hate
Hippie
bitch.
shit.
So like I said, their defense has been playing really well. So I'm just gonna honestly, I don't really care if I'm right or wrong on that one because I already know Kansas City's probably gonna win. Just because the NFL script writers really like Patrick Mahomes. So we're gonna go ahead and go with Jacksonville just cause.
Okay. Who's playing?
Next game on Saturday is the Giants at Philadelphia.
Dude,
Which I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place there. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm taking the Giants on this one, dude.
So
Division opponents,
they had division opponents, and
I think they
went 1-1 in the season.
Okay.
I think the Giants were the Philadelphia's first loss.
Jalen Hurts played one game since coming back from injury and then had a bye week. So, how much is he going to run the ball? Is going to be a factor. How much rust he's going to have.
They lost 2 times to Philadelphia this year.
Okay.
You don't see a whole lot of
Right, but Jalen Hurts
three
was
times.
but Jalen Hurts was also healthy for both those games too. So I think that's going to play a massive factor into Philadelphia.
Philly beat them both times, bro.
But that's what I'm
Giants
saying.
are 0-2 against them this year.
That's what I'm saying. But Jalen Hurts was healthy in both those games, whereas he's not healthy right now.
Right, he's coming back off an injury.
So I'm going to take the Giants, dude. Saquon and Vanilla Vic.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I've never. I mean, like I said, like last week, the Giants have always been kind of my number 2 team in the NFL. And
yeah, right around what, 2007?
What, when I started liking them?
Yeah.
I mean, really, I didn't really start buying into them until 2010, 2011 when they drafted JPP. But
I told you guys last week, man.
But
man's obsessed with JPP.
No,
Mr. No Fingers.
Because when I started liking South Florida, he was the first player that I really knew was a me fella and he was doing something. But I do want to pick the Giants, and then it's going to be my pick is the Giants. But this is one that I do have a tough time seeing the Giants win. I think it's going to be close because both the games in the regular season were close. But like we talked about last week too, you almost never see a team beat a team for the third time in the same season. Okay. The next game is Cincinnati at Buffalo. Rematch of DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah, this one I've been thinking about a lot.
Yeah, me too. I just watched a clip earlier from the Pat McAfee show about this one.
I don't think Josh Allen has ever been to the AFC Championship game.
No, they lose in the second round every time.
And it's usually to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Give me the guy who he may not have a Super Bowl ring yet, but he's been there. And that team knows what it takes to win at this time of year. Whereas the Bills, they always get just close, but then their defense will let them down, or they'll have a turnover, or they'll let Patrick Mahomes go down 70 yards in 13 seconds like they did last year. So until the Bills can prove to me and Josh Allen can prove to me, I mean, they struggled last week against a third-string rookie quarterback, 7th-round quarterback, and he went 19-45, and they struggled. So, and I thought Miami probably could have won that game if the clock management would have been better. So, yeah, give me Cincinnati, man. Dude, I think it might be about 10, dude. I think the Cincinnati might come in and just beat their ass. Especially because they feel slighted about the game being canceled, and they kind of got screwed.
Yeah.
Which, it's an unfortunate situation with what happened to DeMar Hamlin, but they kind of feel like they got screwed out of the whole deal, too. So, I think.
So this is where I'll start with my pick. Is like I said, I did watch a clip from Pat McAfee show. I can't remember which player it was that was talking, but he said like DeMar Hamlin's been back in the facility this week.
Gabe Davis.
Was it Gabe Davis? They're saying that he's been there. I think been like, super excited. Obviously he's probably not gonna play or anything like that. Dude,
No, he's got a long road,
not.
dude. He might not play ever again.
Right. But
piss off, dog.
Wow, thank you for yelling that in the middle of the podcast. But I think.
Could you imagine somebody driving another car and they're like listening to this and they'll all of a sudden just piss off, dog?
Just yelling at the dog. But I don't know. Like I think Buffalo's going to come out pretty hot this week, especially with like. Let's be honest about like how bad they played last week.
Yeah.
I think this is the first game that we get to see the new overtime playoff rules, where both teams get a chance now because everybody was so mad about the Chiefs and Buffalo game last year.
Yeah, which is, dude, you're $1 billion corporation. You're telling me the college game has better overtime rules than you?
You're not
come
wrong,
on, dude.
But like I said, I think this is the first time we get to see the new playoff overtime rules. I do have Cincinnati, just because I have a hard time betting against Joe Burr.
Joe Burr's a dog.
He is a dog, man.
Dog.
He is a dog. Like I said, I have a hard time betting against him. So
yeah.
Then the next game at 6:30 on Sunday is Dallas and San Francisco.
Come on, dude. You know who we're picking.
San Francisco, baby.
San Francisco all the way. LeBron, I look forward to cashing out on our bet.
Yeah.
You know what it is. You know what the deal is, you Cowboys fans. You guys win. Now, like, this is where it's kind of be like, we're going to sound like real haters here because, like, we for
Cowboy
sure.
fans are
they're terrible.
They're the broccoli heads of the NFL.
But, like, not only that, first off, you won your first road playoff game in 30 years. Okay?
Right.
I'm 30. Think about that.
Correct. Before
And then,
your big head ass was born.
No, it was actually after because it was 1993. So this is 2003 or 2023. So I'll be 31 this year. So I would have been one when they won their last playoff game.
Okay,
on the road.
30 years. Whatever. Before my big head ass born.
Right. So, but like we did pick the Bucks.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna sound like for sure haters because like it was just the Bucks. Like they were getting consistent all year long. Tom Brady's 45 years old.
Todd Bowles is
a terrible head coach.
Probably the worst head coach in Jets history, which is saying something.
Yeah,
he's definitely up there in that.
Shit, Eric Mangini's up there too. But
yeah, at least Eric Mangini was good at like other places.
Oh man, I'm sorry guys for yawning so much. I'm tired. But yeah, like I said, cashing out on our bet, LeBron, and I'm gonna make sure you listen to this. But yeah, dude, they beat Tom Brady, 45 years old Tom Brady, and so I think they're gonna go to San Francisco and get dog walked.
Hey, just remember, it's always next year.
Right.
What Dallas has been saying for
one day, Cowboys fans, you'll see your team win a Super Bowl. One day, maybe you won't have to relive the 90s over and over and over again.
Right.
Right.
Half their fans weren't
with the most overrated running back of NFL history.
Oh, my God. And the fattest head I've ever seen. Just the fattest head. Dude looks like he's got a pancake for a face.
Yeah. He's not even the best running back full time, but he's got the biggest stats. Wild.
Yeah. I was talking about Zeke, but that's also true about Emmitt Smith.
Oh, I was talking about Smith. I was talking about Zeke because I was talking about them reliving the 90s.
That's true.
So,
but Zeke is ugly, so. And,
right.
Yeah, dude be eating. Turning into Eddie Lacy real quick. Turning into Eddie Lacy real quick.
Shout out Anthony. You know who you are.
Yeah, right. The fat Eddie Lacy.
Fat Eddie Lacy, baby.
I like how we started that joke at Herman's wedding.
Yeah, his bachelor party.
Yeah, bachelor party. And then what happened after that? Eddie Lacy got fat as shit too.
Yeah. So now Herman's brother is just Eddie Lacy.
he's
Eddie's Lacy.
He's literally just Eddie Lacy now. But okay.
Yeah. So we've been requested because apparently last week we did not hate enough.
Right.
Which this is just the hater ass bitch podcast, but we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff that we like because we decided that's the name is gonna be. We're not necessarily naming that because we're gonna be constantly hating
on it and
but
the whole time.
People have said that we didn't hate enough, and they requested that we hate a little more this week. So
shout out Dave Boyd.
Shout out DB with your bum ass, literally with your ass cheek that hurts, and we're not gonna go into details on why that happened, but so he tore something. I don't know.
Yeah. During
strenuous activity.
Strenuous activities, right?
Right.
On
so,
the cheek.
Yeah, we got some stuff we're gonna hate on.
Yeah.
So, Mike, you have something you want to hate on today?
So, so let's get into this a little bit.
It's hilarious because we already know what we're gonna talk about, but
yeah. But it's still going to be pretty fun.
It's hilarious.
So let's get into this talk a little bit because obviously last week we kind of talked about some stuff and said nobody's safe.
No one is ever safe. You could be.
But
I'll roast my own mother on here.
Correct.
Right. And my wife.
Correct.
And
that's right, Jenny. I have the pillow on my lap again. I'll do it.
I told him. I got told.
Okay, but let's get into this though. So we haven't come up with a name for this kind of human being yet. If you have suggestions, hashtag H.A.B. Or hashtag hater ass bitch. Either way.
Yeah.
But it's essentially the female version of broccoli heads. In a turn here.
Well, so hold on. I know we've talked about this.
Yeah.
Quite a lot this week.
Yeah.
As we got ready for this podcast.
Yeah.
Does it have to be just be a female?
No.
Because
there's plenty of dudes like this too.
Okay. That's what I was making sure because we don't want to get canceled. So
correct. No, it can be anybody.
Okay. So yeah, just making sure.
Like talking about going back to Dave Boyd, good old DB. He brought up a good example of people doing like deadlift videos, and like you're showing everything like in your way,
showing the setup, like, showing everything instead of just doing like your lift and calling it a day.
Well, getting into your car, and then like having like 2 seconds in your video of you driving with some music playing, and then it cuts, and then you're at the gas station putting gas into your car, and then it cuts, and then it shows you putting your key fob up to the door, and then it cuts.
So like TikTok.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, TikTok.
Or even like Instagram Reels.
Instagram Reels, which I prefer. But just some of this stuff is so absolute cringe.
They're both alright, I think. I don't really get on TikTok that much, but when I do.
No, I'm just talking about like these videos. Some of these videos people do are the most cringy stuff in the world. Like, especially things like that. I remember we had another example, and I kind of just blanked on it. What was one of our examples we had this week, Tyler?
I don't know, man.
Just people doing the absolute stupidest shit in the gym.
Right. Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. Not gym-related stuff.
Right.
Just doing stuff.
Just doing stupid shit.
Right.
Stupid stuff. And like it's so infuriating.
Like, here's an example for you is like, let's just use like tonight as an example. I showed up to the gym late.
Like he was late, which I mean normally I'm the one who's late.
Right. So. I was catching up on Bad Batch. I walk in the gym and there's a broccoli head with his girlfriend. And they're sitting there just taking pictures in the gym. And it's not because they're working out. It's because they're taking like couple photos
Yeah,
in the gym.
that was happening.
Like I literally walked in, put my bag down, walked up to you at the desk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I walked up to you first, put my bag down at the desk, turned around, and just watched. And this went on for probably a good 5 minutes.
Yeah, it went on for a little bit.
You know? So.
And it's.
What? Like that's. And they definitely look like TikTokers, bro.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Oh, just some of like the TikTok culture that has like gotten into the fitness industry and the fitness world.
Right.
Is just the most cringy stuff on the planet.
Right. Yeah.
Like
we said last week, we're all for having fun.
All for having fun at the gym. Like we do it.
But make it make sense.
Right.
It has to make sense.
Right. But cancel TikTok. Some of this stuff, dude, is just the absolute worst.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem with social media anyway.
Yeah, like I do wish
people post everything.
I do wish we could bring up some more specific examples. But
why can't you?
Why can't we?
You want to be a hater ass bitch today?
I mean, we do have to be hater ass bitches every once in a while. But no, like Muscle Mommy Tuesday.
Right.
No, like some of these TikToks, man, like I remember being a little.
I thought you were a fan of Muscle Mommy Tuesdays.
I mean, I am a pretty big fan of Muscle Mommy Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Some people, but sometimes people do that, and they're like, "We're fierce."
Oh my god. We're done. We're dead.
Yeah.
We're gonna be found murdered in our sleep.
Yeah, it's alright. It happens to the best of us.
Right.
I don't really have much else to talk about that.
Like we said, no one's safe.
No one's safe. And It's all out of love too, though. Because we got to be honest, right? It's kind of part of this podcast is like,
right. Well, that's the part. I feel like that's the part of roasting that nobody like really cares to talk about. Is that you have to just do it to everyone.
Yeah, you can't leave anybody out.
You know.
Well, that's why Dave Chappelle's the GOAT.
That's why like roasting people is like the ultimate inclusive thing.
Yeah.
Because everyone can get it.
Well, like I said, I know it's a little controversial, but that's why Dave Chappelle is the GOAT.
That's facts.
He talks about it all the time. How like you can't comedy is
comedy in general, yeah,
it's
super inclusive.
You can't leave somebody out,
right?
Because then that's when it does turn into like being biased and attacking certain groups of people. Because it's like, oh, so I'm only allowed to make fun of XYZ,
right?
No, but
that's all you have to say.
That's all I have to say about it. To be honest, like
you don't want to talk about like. You don't want to hate on like Instagram stories or anything? Like the consistency of the cringe?
Oh, just how it never stops?
Yeah, it never stops, dude.
It never stops.
There's got to be a point in your life where you post a video and you're like, maybe this ain't it.
Maybe there is a time where you have to take a step back and be like, is this
worth the 20 people that are viewing my stories right now? Is this going to benefit them in any way possible? I don't think so.
Well, that's the thing, though, too, is like, I think you have to take a step further, even just like think about it. It's like, is this worth me spending time of my life doing?
Right. Like, if you're going to do cringe shit in the gym or outside of the gym, do you.
Right.
Just don't record it for the world to see.
Right.
Because I will tell you this.
It's one thing to be funny and do it with like your friends or something.
Right.
Like with me, you do stupid shit all the time.
Right.
But we're not.
But we're not cringe.
Sometimes.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. We're biased as fuck, though.
Yeah, please. That's all I remember from that TikTok. Sorry for you guys listening on Spotify. You can't see what's going on right now. But just some reenacting of one of the TikToks we saw this week. That was the most cringe thing I've ever seen in my life. But let's just say this, that Tyler and I did have a little bit of a disagreement this week where we had two people who were committing the same kind of crimes. Just one is doing it at a much different level, a much higher level, and one is much more low-key. But let's just say by the time we recorded this podcast, Tyler's on the same page as me. That
No, I'm not.
you are. You're definitely on the same page.
I'm against you.
No, you're not.
See, I believe the one person is doing okay and the other person is the cringe.
Oh, one person is the most cringe.
Right. And we agree on that.
But that doesn't mean that the other person's not cringe at all.
See, I don't think they are, man.
Definitely are.
And we'll agree to disagree.
No, there's no disagreeing here. There's no defending that.
Like, this is a guy right here who likened cringe to somebody committing a serial killing compared to mass murder. Or no, it was your idea was serial killer versus person who killed one person.
Right.
In which crime? But it's not the same crime.
It is the same crime.
Murder is murder.
Murder is murder,
but like there's degrees to it.
Just like doing cringe shit is being cringe.
But I feel like there is no degree to cringe. Like once you're cringe, it's cringe.
Right, but
like if you're a murderer, like if you kill one person, it depends on why you killed that one person, right?
You're taking it too far now.
No.
You're taking it way too far.
No.
You are.
We're going to break this down.
No, we're not breaking it down because you're taking it too far.
So what you're saying is everything that you're saying is just at the surface.
It's at the surface level. That's why
everything that. So what you're talking about is what we see, and that's it. There's no deeper meaning.
Without a doubt. In the situation, yes.
So you don't feel like if you're cringe, you are cringe. There's no degree of cringe. It's just you're cringe. I've never heard anybody say that's super cringe or that's extremely cringe.
Oh,
it's just like that's
I
cringe.
For sure. That's like the most cringe thing I've ever seen in my life. Like out of a scale of 1 to 10, it's definitely like what I'm saying here is like, is cringe is cringe, but either like you're posting one cringe video a month or you're posting cringe every single day, every hour on your story, posting 3 TikToks a week.
525,600 videos, all cringe worthy. Damn, I thought I had something there. I lost it.
It was good though.
It started off good. I'm gonna work on that one. That was.
How do you measure
cringing alive? Talk about cringe.
Cringe. Talk about
cringe. We're talking about TikTok and Instagram reels are super cringy.
We're posting every single day on a story, lasting about 60 seconds at a time, splitting it up into different videos and posting as TikToks. Damn, that was hard though.
Now we have AIDS.
AIDS. Oh man.
Oh,
good old Rent.
What a great movie. I love that movie.
Musical, but okay.
It's also a movie.
Also Rosario Dawson. Good old Ahsoka Tano.
Dude, I'm so hyped for freaking Ahsoka
That's going to be
Tano.
really good.
And we
Talking about
cringe. Talk about cringe. All right. We're done.
Instagram stories.
People are gonna shut this podcast
Dude,
off
are you
quick
kidding
as
me? This
fuck.
is what they've been waiting 2 episodes for. They've been waiting 2 hours and a half for this. A full 2 hours and 15 minutes.
We finally start roasting people.
Finally roasted people after an hour and a half episode and now 45 minutes into this one.
That's hilarious.
But all right.
Lakers just took the lead.
It's Lakers. Bulls are undefeated in France. But
Yeah, and Jordan's not the GOAT.
okay. Yeah, that's a conversation for a different day. Because we'll talk about another 3 hours about that.
Gosh.
But I know you had stuff that you wanted to bring up too. So I think we hit it on ours pretty good. Like I know it took us a while to get there, but it happened.
Yeah, man. So I'm dumbfounded. I'm dumbfounded with what I'm about.
And he didn't tell me anything about this going up.
Right.
He kept just hinting that I'm going to lose it.
I've been wanting to tell this story all week long, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to save it for the podcast.
Save everything for this podcast now. We talk all the time.
So, like, I work at a cabinet factory. Okay.
I already want to laugh. Whoa, cabinet factory, ain't working ass bitch. All right, you can go with your story now.
Yeah, anyway. So, let's just break this down real quick. So, like, I work on a line. It's called a line. And there's 4 people to a line, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have the loader, the guy who loads the line, me. That's me. We have an operator, which on my line, Chris Abel, told him to shut him out. Fun fact, though, my operator.
Yeah.
Remember Doc Abel?
Yeah.
His nephew.
Oh, is that who it is?
Yeah, so remember the first time I met him, he was like, my name's Chris Abel. And I said, okay. And he goes, yeah, or I said, I can't remember how the conversation came up, but he was like, yeah, my uncle was Doc Abel. And I said, your uncle is Doc Abel? He goes, yeah. And I said, cool, dude. Back in high school, your uncle had my balls in his hand and made me cough in the back of a nurse's room in high school. So,
yeah.
No, he's a good dude.
Physicals.
He's a cool dude, man. So I told him I shot him on the podcast. Yeah. So, right. And then we have an offloader.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a cleaner. Okay. Not to be confused with the janitor.
Right.
But it's a guy who cleans the parts.
Okay.
Like they're an hourly job, whereas the other 3 are rate.
Yeah, you guys are right, yeah.
And they clean the parts and all that sort of stuff. So there's this 19-year-old cleaner. Okay. And when he first started, it's funny because when he came through, he has broccoli hair.
Oh, does he?
He right.
Oh,
so he's like right. So like it's what's funny about this, right? So like I call this story my one-sided beef with a 19-year-old because it is a one-sided beef. Right?
One-sided beef.
It is a one-sided beef, right? So like
that'll definitely be in the bio of this episode,
right? So like when he first started, okay, like he's a 6'4", tall, lanky kid. You know, he seemed all right. Like he was willing, hard worker, stuff like that. So like we kind of like kind of liked him and stuff like that. So and anyway, you know how we do in factories. We shit talk. We talk a lot of shit. And that's going to be for sure a podcast of the art of shit talking because I am so fucking good at it. And that's not me just saying that. That is other people saying I'm good at it. So I'm not tooting my own horn. Like you said earlier, I'm just saying I'm pretty damn good at shit talking, dude. Shit talking in a good way. Yeah, like roasting. Huh?
Yeah, you're good at it. But...
Right, I'm great. I'm like Jedi Master level, dude. Sith Lord. I'm everything. I'm the best of the best of the best of the best.
Okay, so you're Rey.
Sir.
Rey Skywalker.
No, I'm not Skywalker. You piece of shit!
Rey Skywalker of podcasting and talking shit.
Right. So anyway, this is going to be a little bit of a story, but like I was saying, he started like last year at some point. And like I say, he's 19. And he seemed all right. You know, he'd come over and talk and stuff like that, but he was kind of quiet. He wouldn't like talk shit. So like one day, the way we talk shit is just like, hey man, fuck you. We'll say that stuff. And it's it's just get people laughing and get their day go by faster. Like I said, we'll get into the art of shit talking in another day. But one day, I said, "Hey, this kid's name's Clayton."
Clayton?
Clayton.
Wow, this already seems bad for this kid.
Right.
His name is Clayton.
Clayton, right? And it's spelled weird. It's like CLAITYN.
So I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were gonna say there was like an IGH in there or something.
Bro, I would have lost it.
Bro, that would be the most millennial shit I've ever heard.
Right. So, well, we're
CLA.
millennials. We're millennials, so it'd be Gen Z. Dumbass. Anyway.
Okay, but still, it's a very millennial thing. Like,
right.
I guess parent probably.
Kalia.
Okay. All right. What about Clayton spelled EIGHT?
Right. So then I said one day I was just like talking shit like I do all day, and I said, "Hey man, hey Clayton, fuck you." That's all I did, right? What did you just say to me? I said, "Fuck you." And I mean, like, I was like, "All right, bro." I swear to everything. This whole kid's demeanor towards me changed that day, right? So here I am. Like, he was like it was one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, I'm putting you on a list. Billy Madison type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Putting lipstick on.
Lipstick on when he's done. I wrote everything he said down, so I'm trying to keep my phone on. But so like I'm saying, so his whole demeanor changed. Well, he would be kind of weird, right? So like he would come over to my partner and he would like talk shit. Like he would come over right by me and then he would turn his back on me and then like talk shit to my partner about me.
Yeah.
And like he would just say random stuff, but then I would always be like, okay, and then he'd walk away and I'd always be like, what do you say? And he would say something, right? So it's all like, before shutdown, my partner comes to me and was like, "Man, you'll never believe what Clayton said to me today." And I said, "What's that?" And he goes, "He told me that he had Division I basketball scholarship from Notre Dame and Purdue." Okay. And I said, "Dude, you cannot be serious." Right. And he goes, don't bring it up because he'll know that I told you. Right.
Right.
So I sat on it. Okay. Brings us to this week. And I think it was Monday. Might have been Monday or Tuesday. And he I don't remember what he said. I don't remember what I said to him. I think he said something to me. And what started it was that he goes, he come over and turned his back to me and started talking shit. And he said something and I said something. He goes, "Yeah, well, that's why I've accomplished more in my life than you have in yours." And he goes, "If it was up to me right now, I'd be." He said something like, "I'm so good at basketball. I'm so good at basketball that I had Division I offers from Texas Tech, Purdue, Notre Dame, and Indiana." Okay.
This guy went Texas Tech and IU.
Right. So then,
prestigious.
Now you'll never guess where he went to high school.
Well, like West Side, not West Side, Westville. That's some like little tiny school. You go to Westville? Like, get that spot.
No.
Oh, the way you were looking at me was
no. It's worse.
Oh, smaller.
Yeah, real small.
Like Pioneer or like LaVille type small?
Smaller.
No way, bro. You get homeschooled. He was homeschooled? Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Notre Dame was scouting him in his front lawn?
Okay, right. Okay, so I've written down everything that he has said this week, right?
Stop.
So, okay, hold on. So listen to this. This is why I told you this is going to be funny. Okay.
He said he was smaller with the whole.
Okay, hold on. Let me say it real quick. This is not a knock on homeschool.
No, I mean, yes, your kid's going to learn zero social skills.
Okay, I know a homeschool teacher, and her kids do just fine.
A lot of kids who are homeschooled grow up to have more mental health issues, but we'll talk about that later.
Why'd you have to ruin the vibe with that shit?
Because
you're such a hater-ass bitch.
Fuck homeschooling.
Anyway, right? Well, so he was talking like, yeah, we were 20. My team was 23rd in the nation, ranked 23rd in the nation in homeschool. Right. Hold on. So I'm getting to this, right?
The kid said his team was 23rd in the nation.
Ranked 23rd in the nation. They won the state tournament, something like that. That's right. So I was kind of digging in, right? I was trying to dig in, see what was, just questioning him.
Building
like,
your base here.
How many points did you score per game? How many rebounds? How many assists? All of that, right? What position did you play? Because you're 6'4", right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I played power forward, center, and point guard. Okay. In high school, homeschool. Okay.
In AAU,
I buy that, right?
That sounds legit.
So I even told him, I said, no. I said, no college is going to offer you a D1 scholarship at 6'4" for power forward. Yes, they do.
No, dude, Derrick Rose was 6'3". Derrick Rose is 6'3".
My point exactly.
Yeah. And
he's tall and lanky.
Yeah, you get bodied.
Okay. So these are just some of the stuff that he has claimed, right?
Mm-hmm.
First, he told me 32. Then he averaged 32 points per game. Then when I dug into his background, which I'll get to, I told him that because I said, how many points did you average per game? It was very next day after he told me 32 games. Between 30 and 35. Okay.
I mean, he's not wrong if he said 32.
Right. But, 30 to 35. Like you say, he's not wrong. But you specifically yesterday said it was 32.
Now it's 30.
Now it's 30 to 35.
So you're working your way down.
So then, sarcastically, I said, oh, man, you must have been a walking triple-double, right? Yeah, I averaged a triple-double.
You averaged a triple-double in high school?
He averaged a triple-double.
You averaged a triple-double in high school?
People probably listen to this, probably doesn't understand the context, and probably you don't understand either. And so you're probably thinking like, well, maybe he's just pulling your leg, pulling your chain, right? And I would believe that.
Yeah, he's like
but if you put the pieces together of a month ago, he told my partner he had Division I scholarships offers
to Notre Dame and Purdue, and then it turned into Texas Tech and IU.
Well, he added those.
Right, as I'm saying, he turned into adding those ones.
And then you also do, and then when I actually presented him with his real stats that I found.
Oh, of course.
Right, I'll get there.
That's a true hater-ass bitch.
He's
going and
right.
Some of these high school stats.
Right, no, so this is what I'm getting to, right? So, when I presented him with his real stats, he's pissed. And he's like, no, those are fake stats. He's been going around telling people those are fake stats.
Fake stats.
And that his coach has his real stats, and he doesn't know what
Didn't
app.
you ask me about Max Brown?
Let me get there, motherfucker. I'm going to get there.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Right. So let me just run down the list of stuff that he claimed, right?
Right.
So, average triple-double, homeschool team ranked 23rd in the nation. He could run the court in 4 seconds flat. I don't even know if LeBron could, prime LeBron, prime Jordan, could do that.
Well, that's the thing is
freak athletes.
I think they said Derrick Rose had the fastest court to court time in the combine history.
Yeah. What was it?
I think it was 5.3.
Right.
Get out of here, dude.
So 4 seconds flat, right?
You're working at a cabinet factory.
I'll get there.
I know. I keep trying to go.
So, like I said, D1 offers include Notre Dame, Purdue, Texas Tech, and IU. One of the big things that he kept talking about, too, was he claimed to he's done more than me. He's 19 and I'm 30.
Right.
And he was like, well, when did you get married? I was 21. Well, I'm 19 and I'm married. So I beat you on that. Okay, but my wife was 19 at the time. So.
Right, but what,
Right. And I've also, what's crazy is, I told you this week, one of my biggest flexes is I've been to Hawaii twice, and not only that, but I've paid my own way twice.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, you ever been to Hawaii? Well, no. And what's funny is he's like, I've been to Canada, Mexico, and South Africa. But I'm like, right, but you were homeschooled, so you probably, it is Christian, based. So you probably went on a mission trips, right? So
definitely mission trip to Canada.
And South Africa. And to Mexico.
I mean, Mexico and South Africa, yeah, but.
Well, I mean, maybe not
to Canada.
Maybe you've been to Canada for something else, but
because it's a freaking 6-hour drive,
right?
4-hour drive.
So like that's what I'm saying. Like one of my biggest flexes is like I've been to Hawaii and I've been there twice, and like that's where I proposed to my wife, and I've climbed a dormant volcano and saw the sunrise with my brother-in-law. Like I've done shit that people probably never even done in their fucking life.
Yeah.
So anyway, I said, "Oh, you been to Hawaii?" No. Oh yeah, I have twice. Well, because I'm not some spoiled rich kid, right?
Rich,
So I am.
That's what you are, for sure.
Right.
You definitely had those.
So then when I tried to tell him that like no D1 is going to offer a homeschool, he tried telling me that he is so good that coaches came to see him. Coaches were there at the state tournament because the state tournament's a big deal for homeschool. When he was guarded, he shot 56% from the field.
That's what he said.
Mm-hmm. Unguarded, he only shot 70%.
Okay.
Right.
I do have to step in for a second.
Go ahead.
Just saying, like, there's no way in hell, unless you are playing with like LaMelo Ball type high school places. I can't remember what IMG Academy.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're playing for schools like that, bro, they are not keeping that in detail of stats.
Okay, here's the best one. This is the best one, dude. I'm telling you.
This is all his reporting, right?
This is him saying this to us, right?
Client-stated XYZ.
Yes. I averaged 5 charges a game.
You averaged 5 charges? What is that?
Like, I think he meant to say, like, I took 5 charges a game, right? So then, and then when I heard that, I was like, charges? And he was like, do you not know what a charge is? Well, a charge is, I said, yes, I know what a fucking charge is. I played ball my whole life.
Yeah.
I know what a charge is. And a charge is completely it's biased. It depends on if the freaking ump or the ref wants to call it.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, to be honest. Because the margin of error for charge or blocking foul is so minimal, it's ridiculous.
I said, why would they keep that as a stat? Well, colleges care. They don't. Colleges don't give two shits about taking charges.
Kidding.
No, so this is why. Okay, hold on. Okay, so then we said, why are you here then? Why are you doing an hourly job when you had Division I basketball offers, right?
You chose not to take an offer.
So
they're giving you full rides. There's no way.
He didn't take the offer because they did not offer living quarters on campus for married couples. Because he really wanted to be married to his wife, his now wife. So they didn't offer living quarters for married couples on campus, but you could have got your own apartment outside of campus. And then he tried to tell us that he was worried that if he got like redshirted as a freshman, that somebody would come in and pass him up the following year. So he just didn't want to. He was too nervous. And then he tried to ask like what he had. He was like, "Do you know what a red shirt is? Do you know what a red shirt is?" And I said, "I'm probably the biggest fucking sports fan in this whole entire planet, dude.
Right?
I know what a fucking
yeah. You definitely know what
a red shirt is."
But first, I'm going to challenge that thought. Notre Dame literally has housing for married couples.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, and it's technically on campus. It's like literally right there by the golf course. Finn, my dog Finn, is pissed in another room now. I don't know what's going on, but it's not like he just threw something.
Right. So, and then like just to say all this stuff, right? So like I did come at him with his stats, and he's a little shitty, and I will reveal those stats here in a second here. But this is another thing about like this is how bad this kid shit talks, and I've been led to believe by myself that like people who are good at shit talking like me, you know, we grew up with that shit. Yeah. Like I had 2 older brothers. You know, we played sports.
Good at shit talking too, but it's good. All right.
You're not as good as me though.
Yeah,
you're like
just as good.
You're my Padawan. Anyway,
yeah, here we go with that. I took him under my wing, BS again.
See, I told you.
Yeah, okay.
But no, so like, okay, we played sports.
Yeah, we played sports. We grew up around my dad.
You know, everybody talks shit, right? It's a man thing to do. Though I do know some girls and some women who can talk shit with the best of them, and
without a doubt,
they're more low key subtle with it. Like they'll hit you they won't try to hit you all the time, but they'll hit you they'll get you, But you know Gabby, Kyle's wife, yeah. Every time she says something, dude, I'm speechless because I don't know what to say back to her. Because I've tried to say stuff to her, it doesn't bother her.
I definitely have heard her say some zingers before.
She does every time. She's one of those ones.
Why did I just say
but she's one of those ones that are like, she'll pick her spots and then she'll hit you with it, and you're just like, damn, that's a good one. Damn it.
So she's the Clayton of unguarded 70%.
Right.
I can't believe, bro, you're kidding me. Like 70% for a high school career. That's what he's saying.
Unguarded.
First off, when are you ever unguarded?
Right. So here's what I did, right? So then I took all this information. I went home one night and I typed in Indiana homeschool basketball tournament. Popped up all this other stuff. So I was like, I don't know. I said, let me just type in, because he had told us he played for Columbia City, a Columbia City homeschool team. So
normally that's AAU though. Like normally they join AAU teams.
I don't know. So anyway, like I said, I typed in Columbia City homeschool basketball, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And up pops Max Preps.
Right.
Okay? And that's a pretty good source for
good source for stuff.
High school stats and information, right?
Yeah.
So they're called the Noble Whitley Warriors. That's what this team was called.
Noble Whitley, yeah.
Noble Whitley Warriors. So I go to, and I didn't know his last name, and I didn't know how to spell his first name, right? So I do have some more stuff.
No last names, but.
Well, and I won't say his last name, but right. So I'm scrolling down the roster from the year that he graduated, which was just last year.
Yeah.
And I come across a C, his last name.
Yeah.
So I clicked on it. No picture.
Yeah.
6'4", 220, power forward center. So I said, I think this is the guy, right?
Yeah.
But let me do some more digging just to make sure, right?
I mean, the power forward center thing definitely makes sense with it being 6'4" and being playing for
homeschool
from Topeka.
Right. So then I said, I scrolled down. Well, then there's somebody else with the same last name.
Mm-hmm.
Freshman. So I clicked on him.
He
had a picture. And I was like, wow, that kind of looks like Clayton. It wasn't Clayton, but it kind of looks like him. Must be his brother. And he had just told us that he has a brother. I'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
So he just told us he had a brother.
A lot of layers.
Right. So, okay, that's starting to make sense a little bit. So I click on his stats.
Yeah.
And I said, man, I just don't know if it's him or not. And like, there's all these videos on there, and it's like, Clayton was tagged in this, Clayton was tagged. And I tried to watch them, but I couldn't see him. And he's number 22, right? So I go to Max Preps.
Yeah.
I'm on Max Preps. And I was like, you know what? I just don't know if it's him or not. I just don't know. Let me type in Google real quick. Let me type this name in Google. So I typed it up. Typed his name in Google. Boom. Instagram account. Clicked on it. Opened up my Instagram. It went right to my Instagram. Opened up the profile.
Yeah.
I clicked on a picture. It was him, right? So I was like, perfect. Got him. Would you like to know this man's career stats?
Yeah.
I have him pulled up right here. So, over a 4-year career, he played 144 career games on varsity. 7 points per game, 1.8 assists, 4.2 rebounds, 1.3 steals, and 1.2 blocks. He shot 44% from the field, and he shot 31% from three, 61% free throw. And he did take 14 charges, which I didn't know they keep that stat. but he did take 14 charges. But he had 2 double-doubles. So I came back the next day and brought him this information.
Of course you did.
And they're, according to him, they're fake stats, right?
Right.
And he tells my partner, "Well, I'm not number 22. That makes no sense. I was number 37." He goes, "I was 22 my freshman year, but I was 37 my senior year." So I was telling everybody. They all went to Max Preps, and they all clicked on his team's picture.
Yeah.
There was no 37. He was right there, wearing number 22. It's an Instagram post. So there's an Instagram post, too, that has him with his jersey going like this, pointing arrows to his back with his last name, 22. And then, forgot the one thing he did. Oh, right. He told us one of the other reasons why he doesn't want to, he didn't want to play college ball is because he actually didn't love the game of basketball, but it was just something to do. And then I said, "Oh, really?" I said, "Because one of your Instagram posts reads out this caption." Let me read the Instagram post.
Okay.
As for somebody who says they didn't love the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I never understood. March 21st, 2022. I never understood how much I loved this game until it came to an end last week.
Sounds to me like you love the game.
So we're just like, bro. So like, this is what I'm saying though, right? So like, and then how bad of a shit talker he is. So I told you, I presented him with the real life stats. Because that's when I asked him, I said, "How many points did you say you averaged in your career again?" He goes, 30, 35. I said, "Well, actually, you averaged 7. Because it says it right there. And then he's trying to say these are made up stats, and somebody just got on there and just typed them in to make him look bad.
Right. Max Prep is like a legit.
So he's pissed, right? So he's shitty.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, "Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Yeah, you got a sister?" I said, "Actually, I don't." I said I cut her off because she's a dumb bitch. "Oh, yeah? Okay. Yeah, so what's it like looking into your sister's eyes every night?" I was like, "What does that mean?" "Well, yeah, your wife. Your wife's your sister." "She's not." I was like, "She's not, though." And my partner sitting right there, and he's like, "Where's he going with this?" And I was like, "I don't know." And he was like, he said, "Well, yeah, you guys look alike." I said, "Actually, we don't." But yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, "All right, man." And then and then he hit me up because he was like, it was funny because he goes, "You really looked at my stats? They have my stats online?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, I don't think that was me." He goes, "You have Instagram? Do you have Instagram?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Look me up and you'll see." I said, "I did." And that's how I knew those stats were yours. And he goes, "Oh, yeah? Yeah, you've seen my wife then, right? You've seen my wife?" "Yeah." Went and told my partner. He's like, "Tyler jerks off to my wife, doesn't he? He just beats off to his wife." And I said,
"Wow."
And like, yeah. And I'm like,
that went from 0 to 100.
So then I'm like,
quick.
So I was like, he goes, and then he comes over. He goes, "Yeah, I bet you jerk off to her, don't you? Yeah, you're real sick, 19-year-old." And I was like,
Yeah. He came up and asked you that?
Yeah. And I was like, "Actually, dude, I don't really think your wife's that attractive." So I was like, "Who? I'm sorry, man."
Like, I'm starting to get concerned for the kid.
Right. So then I'm like, but like yesterday too, like this, it was kind of weird because like, usually like you'll make like one joke like that and it'll be called a day. 2 jokes, you become a little obsessive about it, right? So like I was sitting there, I was just sitting there yesterday, and I saw him walking around. And I said, "Now now announcing number 22, power forward." And he looks over, he goes, Yeah, you got Disney Plus?" I said, "Yeah, I do." "Yeah, that makes sense." I said, you're right, because I have kids, so that does make sense. And he's like, yeah, you probably jerk off to the princesses. And I was like, what is your obsession with me jerking off, dude? But I was like, man, I told my partner, I was like, man, I don't hate the kid. I think it's hilarious. I was just like, I told him, I said, if he would have came to us and was like, I was a pretty good basketball player and I loved it and I was homeschooled and I applied to like Bethel or Anderson or some small college in Indiana and was like, yeah, I did like a week or two of training camp and I just realized that maybe it wasn't up to my speed. I was not good enough. I realized that. I've been like, all right, that's cool, man. You played college basketball for like a minute.
Yeah.
But to come out of nowhere and to say like, oh, I got Notre Dame and Purdue, like especially like Notre Dame sucks at basketball, but like
Purdue's definitely had its like.
But Purdue's a basketball school and so is IU basically.
Yeah, like.
And Texas Tech kind of is too. Like they're better basketball team than football team.
Texas Tech has been decent the past like 20 years.
I told everybody at work that I was going to flame this kid on this podcast tonight, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm being some real hater-ass bitch.
And definitely being the epitome of a hater-ass bitch.
Right, dude. Because like, I did some digging, bro.
Yeah, you did.
And I keep a stats, and I've been telling everybody about it, too.
Well, and it kind of goes back to, like, I think it's a good story to sum up everything that we've been talking about so far. Because a lot of it, like we talked about with good old DB this week, is that being a hater bitch, being a hater-ass bitch means, like, saying the things that need to be said.
Right.
Because some people need to be put in check.
Right.
Now, like I said, for this kid, like, I'm looking kind of concerned about him. I'm like, all right, what the heck is going on there? But at the same time, let's not lie about stuff. Let's be honest.
Right.
Let's go forward. It's okay. It's okay. You only average 7 points, bro. I promise.
Like I even tried like this is how bad. Like it was like I did see one play where he like I'm a big fan of like when you can run out on somebody like shooting a 3 or even a long 2 and you block the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Like I saw a play where he did that and I was like, all right, like that's pretty dope. And like I've always loved I would have loved to be able to do that someday. And like this because he just ran out. I mean the dude was small,
right.
But he ran out, got shot, boom, blocked it, ball went up, and I was like, that's a good play. And I even told him, I said, dude, that's a pretty good fucking play. And he was like, yeah, I did that all the time. I did that all the time. Like, there's way more videos of me doing that. And I was like, okay,
But that's the thing, though, too, is like, especially if you're playing for like a homeschool team or like my cousin Adam, like he was a pretty badass basketball player in high school. I don't know how many points he averaged. I think it's somewhere between 17 and 19. Like, it was quite a bit. I mean, I don't know if he's like the leader at LaVille, but he's up there.
Mm.
Like, he had a pretty good career there. Like I said, I could be way off on his points per game.
It's probably 7 to 9, but yeah.
No, it's definitely more than that. It's because he was like the leading. He actually was like the leading scorer for them. Like I said, I don't remember exactly how much he averaged per game.
When did he play?
I said you can look it up if you want.
Yeah, I'm about to. I'm on Max Preps right now.
I want to say he graduated. Alex was a freshman when I graduated, so that would have been 15, 16. So Adam would have graduated 17.
What's his name?
Adam Sankey. Like I said, I don't know how much he averaged, but I know it's somewhere around there because he's one of the like leading scorers in the school's history. But he had a pretty good career. But just even with that, like even like when let's say like Demetrius Jackson when he played at Marion,
right?
Like half the time your final score of the game is only 60, 70 points, and half the schools like almost every player wants to play at some point. Like you're only going to have 1 or 2 kids on the team that's averaging over 10, maybe 15. Everybody else is going to be between that 2 to.
Was your cousin a quarterback too?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure I got the right guy.
But you know what I'm saying though? Like, do you agree with that? Like most of the kids on the team are probably going to average 2 to maybe not 9 points. You're going to have 2 kids that are over 10 to 15 points.
All right, your cousin.
So,
cousin only averaged 11 points per game.
Well, that probably includes his like freshman year and stuff.
It does.
Um,
I'm looking. Let me
see
look
what
by
his,
year
what
by.
his like his senior year was. I know like there was one season he was like it was higher than that. Maybe like 15, 16.
Well, according to this one, I played 6 minutes a game. All right, here we go.
Say like senior year or something.
So his junior year, he averaged. Yeah, so he played 20 games as a freshman. He scored 0 points per game.
Yeah, he didn't play.
So that screwed up his stats, right? So yeah, as a junior, he averaged 18, and then as a senior, he averaged like 15.
Yeah,
so not bad.
Yeah, his senior year he had a couple more because like his junior year I think they went to regionals.
He took 7 charges.
7 charges. Look at you go, Adam. I know Adam's a listener for the podcast. Now you followed it right in front of me. Subscribed. But
that must suck being 5'11" though. So if he is listening, rough. Russell Wilson playing at LaVille.
But no, it's as I was saying though. Like most of the kids are like 7 points isn't that bad. You should like be proud of that, man. You averaged 7 points on your high school team. Like that's cool.
Yeah, and high school basketball is way different than it is like in college, and like high school is like let's get everybody involved.
Right. 7
Pass
points
the ball
bad.
unless you're like a straight up like a Demetrius Jackson or a guaranteed like okay this guy's going to go on and play at college.
Yeah, like we're going to let him play all game and fucking let him down.
Yeah.
Run our offense around him.
He's way too good to hold back type of player. But like if you're just an average, like a Gymtown, that's why their offense is like pass.
Yeah, like
pass,
Randy
and
showing
then
you
pass.
You had to pass the ball, I think, 5 times before anybody could shoot.
Pass. Okay, shoot because there's 1 second left of the game play.
Yeah, I want to say the rule was 5 passes.
It had to be because that's all they fucking did. That's why their games were 30-20.
But no, like I don't know. Like I said, it kind of just depends on the situation. But like, that's not that bad,
right? Well, I mean, that's why I said like,
I'm sure he wasn't awful, averaging 7 points. Like,
right. But that's why, like, I told him I was like, that's why I named it like the one-sided beef because, like, to me, I just find the shit hilarious. Like, the fact that I can look your shit up and prove to everyone that you're like lying and like I know he's pissed. Yeah. So I just have fun with it.
Yeah, do what you gotta do. I don't know. I was awful at track and somehow I got a track scholarship in college. Like,
but I go around telling people that I was like offered D1 for track, for shot put.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because I was throwing 55 feet.
Yeah, like
no problems. Yelling Bob Dole.
Bob Dole.
Do you remember that?
What a throwback that is.
Do you remember that though? I mean, everybody was laughing.
Yeah, I
that's how much I cared about track, dude. I did it just to let.
That was a good time though. That was. I mean, me and you got pretty close to football season, but that was like when.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Showed up to practice one day, and that was like the first time I ever saw your little big red tattoo.
Fucking hater ass bitch, dude.
I'm not even hating on you right now. I just remember that's the first time I ever saw that. I was like, wow, Tyler is so cool.
I know.
Not at all. We were talking shit to you.
Yeah, anyway.
Hey, Big Red.
I think this podcast got him pretty long, so you already wrapped it up.
We're about at that hour and a half mark again.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
It's all right, though.
Hope you guys continue to listen.
I mean, shoot, dude. The Joe Rogan podcast is like
3 hours long.
Like 3 or 4 hours long half the time.
Yeah.
And they get a little bit deeper than we do, but like, hey, we're just starting.
Right.
Then we have like 200 people listening to it.
Right. So let's go. I think we should go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah.
Definitely, if you guys make it to the end of the podcast, let us know your thoughts about cringe. What your thoughts are on people who post cringe content.
Yeah.
And people who lie about Division I
probably the most one-sided beef in beef history.
Right.
Then also let us know your thoughts as well, because one of the biggest arguments today was, is there different levels of cringe? I think that'll make a pretty good little hashtag there, and and kind of tweeting about it, Instagramming about it,
Right,
Facebooking
right.
about it.
Yeah, and tag us if you want to be hater ass, be some hater ass bitches on Instagram. If you really want to be a hater, tag me. It's Savage Bodybuilding Dad 23,
and at Savage Guide to the Light.
Right, with
hashtag
underscores.
With underscores, yeah. Then obviously hashtag H.A.B podcast, hashtag hater ass bitch.
Yep, and yeah.
So
share this with your family, share this with your friends. Just
right.
Make sure they know that it's not safe for work, not safe for kids.
And everyone's smartphones. But like I said, we're definitely going to wrap it up, though. So, about the week, like Tyler said last week, go about your week and be a hater-ass bitch. Let us know if there's a hater-ass bitch moment over your past week or over the next week. And
we would love to start a segment where people write into us and say, hey, I was a hater-ass bitch this week, and we can shout you guys out.
Hater-ass bitch moment of the week.
Right.
H.A.B.
H.A.B.
Moment of the week.
Moment of the week, yeah. We'd love to do that for sure. So hit us up on Instagram. Probably Instagram would be best, I think.
Yeah, definitely probably the best mode of transportation for our social medias.
Right.
But I mean, we'll definitely get it on Facebook or Twitter as well.
Right.
I honestly couldn't tell you what my Twitter handle is, just being honest.
It's Puss Boy Platoon.
Yeah, wow, that's funny.
Shout out, Philion.
What? Shut up, blah, 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 as you're playing with your damn
I said
bottle.
shout out, Philion. He's a YouTuber. He made a YouTube video making fun of people called him the Puss Boy Platoon.
Okay. I had no idea what you said the first time. I don't know what you just said.
The real ones know.
Dude, you're a hater ass bitch.
You're a hater ass bitch.
And that's why we started this podcast.
Right.
Like I said, once again, thank you guys for listening, for watching. We recorded this obviously on Friday nights. I try to get them.
I made it, and there's no proof that I didn't. There's no proof I didn't.
Dude, it was so obvious that it went do on the floor after it missed. Yeah, you hit my freaking.
I made it, bitch. Hey, that's 1 of 2 unguarded. That's 50% unguarded.
There's no proof that it went in, but
you're a hater ass bitch.
I am a hater ass bitch. That is how it goes. So
all right, we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, guys. Thank you for listening this week. Go about your week being a hater ass bitch.
Yep. Make sure you listen. Like I said, share with friends, share with family.
Without a doubt. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
We love you.
I love you, whore.
Correct. Thought I could stop it from the watch. Didn't want to work. Only wants to do it on accident.